Now, looking at the Atlanta Falcons schedule, you cannot see nothing but success with this team when it comes to how their schedule is set up at the beginning of the season, at the end of the season as well. So here's three games that we think may make or break the Atlanta Falcons season this year. Now, yes, I understand this is a early season game on week 2, but it could be something that sets the tone for how the Falcons season is going to be. At some point, you got a quarterback with Kirk Cousins. You got a really solid running back. You got a really decent wide receiver core as well. Defensively, they should still be pretty solid too. So this is a game. This is a prove it game for the Atlanta Falcons early in the season before you even get to the Kansas City Chiefs game. As you get week 1 against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which could be a win, should be a win against the Steelers. So you go into the week 2 1-0. You defeat the Philadelphia Eagles in week 2. You go into that Kansas City Chiefs game rolling high at 2-0 with the possibility to beat Kansas City at home. I think this could be a game that defines, it either makes or breaks how the Atlanta Falcons season could go. Again, it's another early season matchup, but this time it's a division game. And after this week 4 game, or starting with this week 4 game against New Orleans Saints, then you play Tampa, then you play Carolina. So you get 3 straight weeks of division games. It's huge, huge for the Atlanta Falcons to not just get a good start against the New Orleans Saints, then to get a good start against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and a good start against the Carolina Panthers, who are all 3 of those teams are extremely winnable games and beatable teams. There's no reason why this Atlanta Falcons team, led by Kirk Cousins and Bijan Robinson, don't just dominate their division this year. And it starts week 4 against the New Orleans Saints for several, or at least for this reason. It's an early season division game, and then you get 2 more after that to be 3-0 in the division that early in the season. And you get Seattle after those 2 division games. I think this could be a game that makes or breaks the Atlanta Falcons season, depending on how this game goes. If Atlanta comes out of that Kansas City game right into this New Orleans game, they say they beat Kansas City. They come into this New Orleans game 3-0, riding really, really high. You get 3 division games back-to-back against teams that you should beat. So, yeah, we're jumping ahead a little bit to this Week 13 matchup against the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, this is another interesting matchup because we don't know what we don't know what the Chargers are going to be like. We don't know what the Falcons are going to be like. Atlanta could go into this one at like freaking 7-3 or 8-2 or whatever at this point. It's more than that, I know, but you get my point. After this Week 13 game against Atlanta or against LA, you play Minnesota, Las Vegas, the Giants, the Commanders, and then the Panthers also, all to finish out the season. You could be at a point where you did not think you could be. And again, this is another one of those games that if you're a Falcons fan, and I know John and Mike are probably going to kill me for this, if you're a Falcons fan, this is a game you have to win. You have to win because you've struggled against these type of teams to get these kind of wins when you need them late in the season to get to that point, get to the playoffs. At this point, you could be pretty close to clinching a playoff spot with how weak that NFC South is this year. Again, you can agree or disagree however you want, but that's definitely 3 games we think could make or break the Atlanta Falcons season, with week 2 against the Eagles, week 4 against the Saints, and week 13 against the Los Angeles Chargers. So all kinds of great stuff. If you're still looking for tickets, use our code VSN over at SeatGeek. You get $20 off your first purchase of $50 or more at SeatGeek. So make sure you do that. As always, we appreciate you. We appreciate the support. So make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.